This is Karl talking management for the Globe and Mail. Today I'm delighted to speak to an old friend, Julian Birkinshaw, who's a senior professor at the London Business School. Good afternoon, Julian.
Good afternoon.
Julian, you've been studying management now for a long time. Management seems to be changing in some ways from your viewpoint. What are some of the key changes that we should think about when we think about management?
There are bits of management which, of course, are going to be the same, whatever's happening in the world around us. The basic way in which we work with people is not changing. But I think managers and employees are under a great deal more pressure now, and I think we need to get much more thoughtful about how managers can help their employees to do their best work. Indeed, my definition of management now is engaging our employees in doing their best work. And I think when you take that view, a kind of an employee-based view, rather than a manager-based view, we actually get some quite interesting insights into how that relationship is evolving.
So Julian, what are some of those insights that you've seen about management?
I've spent a lot of time in the last 6 months working with employees, actually in the bowels of the ship in some cases, actually helping to flip the burgers and so forth, to try to understand what really turns employees on, and therefore what we can do as managers to do a better job. And for me, the heart of it is the analogy to the world of marketing. If marketing is about seeing the world through your eyes of your customer, and in fact finding techniques to do that, for me, management is about seeing the world through the eyes of your employee and changing the way that we work, analogously to how we do marketing, to help our employees. So for example, there's this concept in marketing called the Net Promoter Score, which many people will be aware of. The idea is that our best employees are in fact the best promoters of us as an organization. The best customers are the best advocates of us in terms of the product market we're selling into. If we can find a way of measuring the number of employees who say, this manager is the best person I've ever worked for, and I would recommend that person as somebody other people should work for, that's a pretty neat metric for actually gauging the quality of management that we're doing.
Julian, it strikes me is that in the past we saw the manager as kind of the central person. It was all about them. It's almost a bit selfish, where you're suggesting managers are about serving and helping their people rather than about themselves.
Yes, that's exactly right. And of course the concept of servant leadership has been around forever. And this is the analogous thing in some ways, which is to say the good manager takes the time to structure work in a way that makes it engaging. And intuitively we all kind of know what that involves. It involves giving people a lot of freedom in how they work. It involves making the work interesting. It involves lots of sort of pats on the back when somebody does a good job. It involves giving them quite a lot of space, but coaching from the sidelines. All of this is stuff that we kind of know, but we don't do. Why? Because of course, life is busy and we often get sidetracked. The best managers nowadays are the ones who make the time to give the people that work for them that space and that encouragement and that coaching.